Hey guys, it's George with a J, back again with another video. And today we're going to be unboxing the Nintendo Switch. But not this Nintendo Switch. This one I've actually had for, I think we had it for like 2 years, I want to say. Something like that. But yeah, no, not this one. We're unboxing the little brother, Nintendo Switch Lite. Now this one is for me, which is why I got it in this gray color. The original Nintendo Switch, this one is actually my daughter's, which is why she's got the colorful one and why it's dirty. The main differences between this one and the big brother are obviously bigger screen. Also, this one has the detachable, I think these are called Joy-Con remotes. And also you can dock this. This comes with a docking station so that you can play this on your TV. The little one, you cannot do that. This is just pretty much a handheld, all the time on the go kind of gaming device. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember the PSPs, or am I just showing my age with that? But this is kind of like a PSP, I guess. Now these rarely ever go on sale. They retail for $199. And it wasn't just until recently that you could actually pick them up for $199, because they kept selling out. Every time I went to go, buy one, I would always see them, they were sold out. Got it through Amazon, and they had a promotion going where if you applied for one of their for their credit card, you'd get a $150 gift card. So pretty much I paid like $50-something for this after I used the gift card. So yeah, that was pretty much a steal. See what's in the box. Alright, so we get the actual Nintendo Switch Lite. And we also get user manual. Nobody ever reads that. Toss that to the side. And a charging brick. Now this does charge through USB-C. So I guess I'll have to see if I actually have to use this big old brick, or if I can charge it with like my MacBook charger or something like that, or my iPhone charger. Because if I can do that, that's great. Because this thing is huge. I really don't want to use this and have another thing plugged into the wall. So as far as size for these two, the actual footprint of them. Oh, and look, she's missing the kickstand. So that's pretty much the difference there in size. I mean, not huge, but it's noticeable when you're holding it. And this thing is light. It almost feels like it doesn't have a battery, which it does have the battery in there. It's not removable. But this is actually really light, especially compared to this one. I mean, this thing is light, portable on the go, right? But compared to this one, it actually feels kind of heavy. You get the same controls, except you actually get a real D-pad here, not these little funky. That's one thing I didn't like about this, that you didn't get an actual D-pad. Home button here still. Okay. Volume up and down, headphone jack. Now something that I hate, and I do say hate, about these two devices is that they don't support Bluetooth. So you cannot connect Bluetooth headphones as they sit like this. They do not support Bluetooth headphones. So you actually have to connect your headphones into here. But I have seen these dongles that claim to be able, you just connect them to the bottom of these through the USB-C port. You connect them and you can connect your headphones or your cell phone so you can actually listen to music and do in-game chat, but that remains to be seen by me. I'm obviously going to buy one and try it out, see how that works. Okay, while that's setting up, just go over a few things. Let's see. So, I mean, we're talking about main differences. Obviously, the screen size. As you can see, this one's a little bigger. But another main difference is that the screen, actually, this one is dimmable. This one has auto brightness, so if you're outside it gets brighter. This does not, which I have seen, you know, I guess it's a big deal to some people where this doesn't get bright enough. But okay, so this one's obviously brand new, so it doesn't have anything on here. This one has games and stuff on here that my daughter plays, and that I play sometimes too, of course, like Mortal Kombat. A main reason why I was motivated to get this, besides obviously the discount, was that Apex Legends is going to be available, I believe, March 9th on the Nintendo Switch. And I play Apex Legends, so that's a game that I want to test out on here. But the main differences, like I said, obviously besides the screen size, are, you know, this is handheld mode only. You can put this on a tabletop if you want, and then disconnect these. And then it comes with like a little Joy-Con adapter thing where you put them on and it kind of turns it into a remote control. So you take these off and then this is just standing on the table. Or you can dock it onto the TV, which this is not compatible with the TV dock. Even if you buy the dock separately, you cannot dock this. And they both come in different colors, where this one mostly is going to be always black with these different colors, even though they have come out with special edition one. They came out with a Pokemon one that's white, I believe. I think they came out with one that's yellow. They also just recently came out with a Super Mario one, and then they have a couple other ones that I'm not 100% sure what they are. But this one only comes in this color, yellow, teal, and pink, I believe. And the regular Switch retail starts at $299, where this one starts at $199. They do also sell them in bundles, where you get more stuff, but you're paying more for them out of pocket. And like I said, these rarely ever go on sale. Nintendo rarely ever puts anything on sale. I mean, their video games will be $5, $10 off, but that's about it if you're buying them new. Now this one, when you dock it, it can display 1080p on your TV as long as your TV supports it, but the screen itself only supports 720, which, I mean, in this day and age, it's kind of a letdown. Even the cheapest cell phones can display at least 1080p, so for what you're paying for these, I would think that they could have invested a little more in the screen. Now the regular Switch, or the original Switch, since it has the detachable Joy-Cons, so you right out of the box get two remotes. So if you want to play with friends, you can play with two people right out of the box because you have two detachable Joy-Cons. With this one, essentially you only have one remote, and if you want to play with friends, you're going to have to go buy a pair of Joy-Cons. And you can play multiplayer games on here on this Switch. You just have to buy, like I said, a pair of Joy-Cons and then connect it up to here, and then you can play a game with someone. That's the only downside. I do kind of wish that they were detachable, not just for that reason, but because Nintendo has been known to have drifting on their remotes. Pretty much drifting, what it is when you're not touching it and you're in a game, you'll notice like the player, if you're playing like a first-person shooter game, you'll notice the player kind of move or drift the aim a little bit, even though you're not touching anything. The controller drifts, and really the only way to fix that is to switch out the remotes, unless you take it apart and mess with the internals. So pretty much if something breaks on here, the whole thing is dead, unless you get a pair of external Joy-Cons, and you connect them onto here, but that defeats the purpose of having this be portable. Whereas if these go bad, you can just pop it off and get a new one and then just put it on. So this one does not have the IR blaster on the bottom either, or the rumble features like this one does. See? So this one has IR blaster built into it, and this one does not. And this one will rumble, this one will not. Which, I mean, depending on what you need, some people might say it's worth it just to go pay the extra $100 for this one, instead of getting this one. But I mean, the portability, this one you can literally throw in your pocket. So this is the iPhone 11, and that's the size comparison to it. Like it's not much bigger. So this the Nintendo Switch Lite fits in your pocket, no problem. Where this one won't really fit in your pocket. Now on to battery life. This one originally, when the original Nintendo Switch came out, it had a pretty bad battery life. I believe on the low end, it was about 2.5 hours of battery life that you'd get, up to 6 hours of battery life. And then in 2019, I think it was around July or August, they came out with essentially a new console. They called it. It was the same thing, except they had an updated battery, where it went from 2.5 minimum to 4.5 minimum, and up to 9 hours of battery life on this, which was way better. So essentially, you could play twice as long than you could before without having to worry about your battery dying. Now the Nintendo Switch Lite, this one's battery is a minimum of 3 hours and up to 7 hours. It's not as good as this one, but it's better than the original Nintendo Switch, which again I said was at 2.5. So this one's better than the original Switch, but it's not as good as this one. It would have been nice to have at least the same amount of battery, just since this one's more on the go, where this one, you have the option to have it docked at home and pretty much never take it anywhere. I mean, pretty much just to wrap this up, $199, $299. If I didn't already have this one, I wouldn't have gotten this one. I think this one is much better. Even at $100 more, it's much better than getting this one. So if you're debating between the two, I would just say, honestly, just get the Nintendo Switch. Yes, it's bigger. It's bulkier, but you can connect this to the TV. Again, like I said, if your controls fail, you can just get replacement controls. You get 2 controls right out of the box for $100 more. Where this one is essentially only 1 control, and certain games you technically you can play them. So like Super Smash Bros. You can play on this if you have external controls, but then you have to get, like I said, external controls. So you have to get another set of Joy-Cons, and on top of that, you have to get a case for it that has a kickstand so that you can stand it up and play on here. Where this one, well, not this one, because like I said, my daughter, I don't know what she did with this, but it has a built-in kickstand for it. For $100 more, I think this is a better deal. But for my purposes, if you already have one and you just want one for the go, or like I said, this was only $50 for me. This was clearly a better deal than paying $299. But yeah, I think for the regular user who's just looking to get one, even if it's just for your kids or whatever, this is the better deal. You can take it on the go, and you can dock it when you get home, so you have gaming at home and on the go. All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. If you have any questions, just drop them down below. Again, George with the J. Peace. Thanks for watching.